to complete Obudu Cargo Airport project and revamp Obudu Ranch Resort. Wife of Cross River State Governor backs Net Ambassador Award 2023. Plus, governorship petition sitting in Cross River State to present Independence National Electoral Commission (INEC) as witness. Details of these and more shortly. Good evening. Thank you for joining me on NTA News Highlights. I am Arot Ndem. Now the news in details. Cross River State Governor Senator Basio II has promised to complete the Obudu Cargo Airport project within the contractual time to enhance accessibility of the ranch resort and further boost revenue generation of the state. The governor said this during assessment tour of some of the project sites around the northern senatorial district of the state. Justin Item reports.
The 5.6 kilometers Obudu Cargo Airport project, executed by the previous administration in the state, is to enable business and tourism to thrive at the ranch resorts and adjoining environments.
You can see the quality of it. There is no aspect of this job where we have compromised on quality. Control tower is ready. All navigational equipments are in place. Just getting ready for the runway to be finished.
Governor Basio II expressed satisfaction with the quality of work done so far and promised to take up the work from the present stage to completion.
This is very important because we want the whole of this area to begin to generate wealth for Cross River State. We've had the ranch, has been there for decades, and this is the time to make that ranch work. And this is one of the main facility that's going to make that ranch attractive.
The tour also took the governor to the Obudu Ranch Resort, where he promised to revamp and boost patronage of the resort.
We have to get back this ranch to the level to where it was before, as quickly as possible.
Governor Otu also informed of intention to float an aviation school at the baby airstrip at Obudu Ranch Resort in Obudu local government area of Cross River State. Justina Etam, NTA News.
In the related developments, the wife of Cross River State Governor, Reverend Ayon Basio II, has backed Net Ambassador Award 2023. The meritorious award for her continuous support to the fight against malaria, child mortality, and mobility following the 2023 Integration ITN Mass campaign, which was a success in the state and ensuring quality health care service delivery, was presented by Mrs. Pascaline David Edom of Breakthrough Action Nigeria under the auspices of the State Ministry of Health receiving the award. Mrs. Otu reaffirmed her commitment to ensuring malaria is completely stamped out, as she assured that universal health coverage for Cross River State will be achieved. Award of Health Champion was also presented to the Governor of Cross River State, Prince Basio Otu. And moving on, the Cross River State chapter of the Nigerian Medical Association has withdrawn its services indefinitely in all hospitals in the state following the kidnapping of its member, Professor Ekanem Ephraim of the University of Calabar Teaching Hospital on the 13th July 2023, while attending to a patient in her clinic. This is the resolution of the medical body in an emergency meeting in Calabar. In a statement by its chairman, Dr. Felix Achibon, and secretary, Dr. Amaku Asukwo, the association wants the government to activate all necessary instruments to ensure unconditional release of its member from the hands of her abductors. The NMA noted in a statement that it is not oblivious of the hardship the withdrawal of its services will have on the people, but however appealed to all relevant security agencies to ensure the release of its abducted colleague. The Nigerian Medical Association Cross River State chapter says it is not embarking on strike but will not attend to patients despite being at their offices until its kidnapped member, Professor Economy Friend, is released, safe and sound from the abductors' den. Chairman of the body, Dr. Felix Achibong, stated this while interacting with press after a protest and meeting with government and security agencies. Paul Abel reports.
The protest by the Nigerian Medical Association members is to express their grievances to the government about the onslaught of kidnappers on frequent abduction of medical doctors and the current case where a doctor is being held captive by kidnappers for days now. Despite the high-powered meeting with government and security agencies, the enemy says it has not changed its stand of withdrawing its services indefinitely until the kidnapped member is released by kidnappers.
The situation at hand is that it's over 72 hours since our member has been kidnapped. They've contacted the family and made a demand for 15 million. Thereafter, they've stopped contacting the family. However, we will go to work, withdraw our services. That means we will not consult. We will just leave the consulting room for kidnappers.
A visit to the General Hospital to ascertain the level of compliance by doctors shows that most of the wards are deserted as patients appeal for succor as there is no one to attend to them.
I'm just appealing to him that he should continue to enforce the security so that all this will not happen any longer.
However, the enemy commends the state government efforts to rescue its colleague.
I want to commend him because since this thing started in previous administration, this is the first time a governor is giving us orders. And today, the deputy governor represented His Excellency with other security chief, and we met.
The enemy chairman, who comments on the likely implication of the down tunnel on people, emphasized that the masses also have a role to play to stop this negative trend.
We are not insensitive about what the masses will suffer. If the masses are so sure of our services, what have they done?
Professor Ekanem Ephraim, a consultant with the University of Calabar Teaching Hospital, was abducted by kidnappers on 13 July 2023 in a clinic while attending to a patient. In Calabar, Paul Abel, NTA News.
The Cross River State governorship election petition is making progress with the presentation of the Independent National Commission, INEC, as witness. Paul Abel covered the proceeding of the court at the High Court Complex, Moore Road, Calabar.
After submission of required documents, the INEC witness was cross-examined by counsels of the petitioners, PDP and Professor Sandy Ono, and the second and third respondents, Governor Basio II and Deputy Governor Peter Ode, which bordered on their academic qualifications and dual citizenship status. The other issue raised by the petitioners is that of the conflicting dates on INEC form about the academic qualification of the second respondent, Governor Basi Otu. The lead counsel to the petitioners throws more light on their stand, while that of the governor and the deputy governor gives a summary on the case so far.
INEC called their only witness and closed their case. The witness came to testify, and then we confronted him with the Form EC9 of the governor, and he admitted that there were discrepancies between the dates on the oath he swore to and the certificates that they were tendered. So that's the situation, and that's the position.
We were also able to enlist from the witness that they that organized the elections were satisfied with the certificates presented by both of them, and that there was no factor disqualifying any of them from contesting the said elections. He was able to identify the primary school living certificate of Basiotu, the governor, the secondary school certificate, WIC, original, contrary to their perception that made them surprisingly to withdraw major grounds of their petition, say they were now relying only on qualification. As regards Peter Ode, the deputy governor, the witness made it clear that they are not aware of any judgment, none was tendered to them, to INEC, that Peter Ode swore to any oath of allegiance in any other foreign country to say he had dual citizenship. That in any event, various court judgments, which we handled, I handled them, even in Calabar here, Federal High Court, and Court of Appeal here, and we won against the same party, now litigating the matter. The Federal High Court held, and the Court of Appeal affirmed that the man, there was no evidence that he had dual citizenship.
The case was adjourned to the next sitting date, when the second and third respondents will be presenting their witnesses to close their case. In Calabar, Paul Abel, NTA News.
Barely few days to the close of the 60 days constitutional window for the composition of cabinet members to fast-track implementation of programs and policies of the federal government. Nigerians say they are hopeful that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will be properly guided to select capable technocrats who have the concerns of the people at heart. This is the view of Nigerians in Calabar metropolis as discussed indifferent for about the expected ministers and commissioners to be appointed continues. Paul Abel sampled various opinions filed in this report.
As Nigerians and friends of Nigeria continue to applaud the take-off policy drive of the present administration, the need to appoint patriotic personnel to man different sectors of the national economy has become imperative and an issue of discussion across the country. Even as the conversation continues and due consultations are ongoing, some Nigerians believe that the appointment should not only be based on political affiliations, but should be more on capable technocrats who will not only be self-centered, but ready to team up with the president and governors to positively impact on the people and the nation.
Ensure that square peg were put in square holes. He knows that he needs to surround himself with technocrats, those who can help the government in making sound government, those who can make this government work.
As the president, to go to the technocrats, people that really know what it takes, to handle this country.
The person should be someone who is accessible, because most times our politicians are not accessible.
They contended that for there to be desired socio-economic development at the level of the state and the country, those to be appointed must align with the people at the grassroots to be able to feel their pulse and work towards addressing their essential needs, as well as curtail criminal activities and insecurity.
We are supposed to first of all check his background to ensure that he does not have any criminal record whatsoever, and also he must not have any trace of kleptomaniacism, because what has put us in this problem now in Nigeria is that a lot of people we have been appointing into offices have been people who are not comfortable with their income, who have been interested in stealing from the people that they were supposed to serve.
The respondents appealed to the president and governors to accelerate modalities for the appointment of cabinet members to enable the National Assembly and state assemblies do due diligence in the screening process for holistic work to start soonest. In Calabar, Paul Abel, NTA News.
That's it on our news highlights for today. Thank you for watching.